All right, guys, I hope you're ready for this. We got the final round from the Tag Games online regional hosted in Oceania on July 9th. Huge games, guys. We did have a tier list prediction saying that Zoro's only tier 1 and he probably will compete, but he won't be in the top of the food chain. But looks like we might have been wrong. Looks like he could be an S tier. He's still very strong. As you can see, Law starts with his blocker, and then Zoro answers with his own buggy that allows him to pick up a Whitebeard Pirates event, and that Whitebeard Pirate event is going to translate into a Marco. Looks like Law is going to just go ahead and attack to start, just so he doesn't get into any jet pistols later on. Curly the Dawn, and then we're going to pick up Otama, really strong here. Now he could play. Okay, yeah, we do get a Sunny out for one Dawn. Perfect turn here. Both players have gotten a lot of value from these two Dawns, from all the Dawns they used up actually. Zoro starting to go for a little bit of an advancement here. He's gonna get that Dawn underneath himself, giving him 6k and attacking. He has 3 Dawn up. There's potential here to give all that Dawn to Buggy, or maybe play a Zoro and get that rush attack in for 6k. Looks like Law is kind of stuck here. He doesn't want to waste his hand. We do know he has that Otama, but is he going to block? No, he doesn't. He actually takes that second hit really early on, and that Zoro rush is going to pay off, I think. 5 Dawn for the Law here. He does have basically full field. This turn, he could possibly push that out, with especially if he has those Bonnies. Absolutely. Bonnie is out. She's going to pick up a lot of potential here to do anything. You can pick up any Supernova or Straw Hat you want. Actually, any Supernova, and most Supernovas have Straw Hat in them as well, like this Luffy. So you literally could have picked up anything. I think Jewelry Bonnie allows us the most amount of search in this deck, and because a lot of the things he has is Supernova. So we're going to start with Curly the Dawn before we push out anything. Looks like he has enough Dawn to play his ability. Could be a Law into his... No, he doesn't. He doesn't have the Law because he picked up the Bonnie. That means he has to play a red card, and that was the Luffy that he picked up using the Bonnie. And Elliot, or the Zoro here, took the damage, and now he just wants to see if he wants to respond and trigger this card. Looks like that's a Fire Fist. Not sure what it does again. I think it kills KOs a 4k and a 5k, and I'm not sure what it does in its trigger zone actually. Next attack was a Law for 5k. Looks like he actually blocks for the Jozu for 2k, signaling he has no other cards to block with that are 1k or less. Obviously nothing is less than that, but 1k, and maybe he has a bunch of guard points and radical beams is what we're looking at. Okay, Buggy is going to be really useful here, allowing him to get rid of that Curly the Dawn for basically nothing with that 4k attack. Let's see if he gets anything else off. Marco's coming out. Marco's going to kill this blocker. Really nice. And then Zoro's going to push for 6k. Do we block this? I don't think so. I mean, we could block with the Otama, but do we want to do that? And another thing is the Otama could be already on the field. Maybe he doesn't have another one. Okay, he did have a Brook. So this is basically a set 2 OP, set 2 Law. And it's kind of crazy that he's competing with these set 3 decks. It just shows you how strong this deck really is. And the leader is very, very just compatible with anything. It looks like Bonnie's activating, just giving insane value here, allowing him to pick up the blocker Law. Luffy's going to attack with that 6k into Buggy. Kind of a waste. I wish he just attacked with that Law into the Buggy. That's weird. Actually, that's potentially a weird play there. I think he should have just attacked with the Law into the Buggy. That's fine though. We get another Bonnie off, activating her ability. Insane value, guys. We're filling up our field at the same time we're picking up these blockers. This is the second blocker he's picked up. Looks like he's gonna push hard here in a turn or two. Let's see what else he wants to do here. He is gonna activate the Big A and activate his own ability, allowing him to pick up an Otama, play that blocker, and then pick up a Bonnie and potentially play anything else he wants. Maybe that blocker again. Or an Otama again. She's not going to give him any value though. Wow, he opts out from playing anything, which I didn't know that that's actually legal, but he just didn't play anything. Pretty interesting. Let's go to the Zoro now. He has a Marco on the field, 6k, can potentially become a 7k with that Zoro ability. Huge, obviously. Starting off with the ISO, let's look for some white beards. ISO is huge for this deck because he's going to be able to get rid of these small Bonnies with the ISO, even though he doesn't, even though she's super weak. Looks like ISO is actually able to pick up any Whitebeard card, and he picked up a Fire Fist that allows him to kill a 4k and a 5k. Is he going to be using it right now? No, he uses Otama to lower one of the cards out first. Then he uses the Fire Fist, trashes one event card, which is the Whitebeard Pirates, and then he's going to be able to get rid of those two blockers. Huge value there. Good play by the Otama. Playing the Otama down there. Now, let's see if Marco is going to attack into the Bonnie or into the Law. Marco's at 7k right now. Do we attack the Law? I think we should get rid of his field. No, we're actually attacking to the Law. We're actually attacking to the leader. Zoro is going to push here with 7k. Leader is going to have to block with 3k. It's going to be at least 2 cards. Huge. I don't think this Law wants to block right now. He wants to actually take this damage, kind of feel like. But also, you don't want to just take that damage and then risk a huge attack next turn. Especially with both of your blockers just gone like that. Now, we do know that the Law has a bunch of blockers in hand. He has that Otama as well. So he has options. Oh, Makino and Juri Bonnie. I think he should have tossed that on Otama instead of the Makino. But, I mean, it makes sense. We know that it's in his hand. So it would have been better to toss it out, but I think he gains more value from the Otama at this point, minus the 2k. Let's see Bonnie activating, giving him insane value, guys. Insane value. Oh my god, Bonnie picks up another Bonnie. So basically, he's not even going to worry about the Bonnie he just tossed out with the Makino. Let's see if he can push out another Bonnie and get the ability off, or what is he going to push. I just know that he needs at least 1 red card on the field. Besides that, he can play any Bonnies he wants. Because he wants to play that Law, I know that. Let's see how this goes. This is going to be a big turn for the Law player here. He needs to make things happen. He needs to be able to clear the Zoro's board out. Curly the Dawn is huge here if it picks up something for 1 Dawn. It's going to be huge. If it picks up a Sunny, it's huge. Oh, picks up a Makino, great, allowing him for more defensive possibilities. The hand is huge on this Law, at least 7 cards. Let's see, man. He's just getting so much value every time he plays a card, so he's not losing anything. He just played the Bonnie. Or he didn't even play the Bonnie, he just activated her, picked her, and then got cards. Got another Bonnie, then played the Curly the Dawn, got a card from it. Just gaining so much value for free. Law is just going to attack 5k. Looks like guard point is there. Like I said, guys, the Zoro just doesn't have anything besides guard points and 2ks in his hand. Potentially this Law could end it here if he figures out a way to push hard. But he's just wasting up all that Dawn. I don't think the Zoro has any more cards to block with. Iso's gone with the Vista. Huge here, actually. Cheap unit that did some work. We could also pick up this Vista and use the Law on this Vista. And then play Vista again, getting rid of basically the whole field of the Zoro. Let's see if this is the play that we're going to go for, because we do have that Bonnie in hand. Let's see what we're going to do. Okay, playing the Bonnie for 1. We're now going to activate Law, pick up the Dawn, play the Vista, pick up the Bonnie, play the Dawn. Wow, he opted for more defensive options over more offensive options. Obviously, he could have been a little bit more offensive. Got rid of another Otama there on the field with the Vista. Instead, he wanted to pick up some defenses, some 2Ks, or potentially any 1K. He has a bunch of 1Ks, maybe even blockers. He has a bunch of 1 costs. Luffy is going to attack 6k. Oh, Marco dies, but he's able to bring him back because he only has guard points in hand. Really nice. Let's see if Zoro draws anything. I think Zoro is limited by his hand. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to get rid of this Law blocker on the field. And whereas this Law has at least 7 cards in hand, whereas Zoro maybe only has 3, it's going to be a very hard... it's going to be very hard to pull this win out, guys. Especially with that blocker on the field. We need a way to get rid of that blocker right now. And I don't think we drew into that way. If we drew into a jet pistol, that would have been huge. But we're stepping into this turn, attacking with just a plain Marco. Looks like Whitebeard is going to be coming down right now, guys. There's no other reason. Oh, wow. He's attacking with the Zoro. And I guess he's going to give that to the Otama. The rest of the Dawn. Zoro's signaling he literally has no option in his hand to play anything. Whatever is on the field is the only thing he has to get rid of this Law. And Law, already we know how big this guy's hand is, how strong counter-wise his hand is. It's going to be able to protect this turn. There's no way he's worried, especially with the blocker on the field as well. What are you going to do, Law? Obviously, you're not going to just take this hit. Doesn't really matter at this point. Zoro's at 4 cards. Unplayable cards, basically. Because he could have played something this turn. Wow, Law just blocks. Zoro's coming out. Oh my god. What is that, a Marco? Alright, that's a Marco blocker, looks like. Is that a Marco blocker? Guys, I'm not sure, but I think that's a blocker Marco. That's really good, actually. And like we said, he has guard points, so he kept that 2 Dawn up. Oh my god, Law needs to kind of push really hard this turn, but I think he can. He has a bunch of cards on the field. I don't think Zoro can stop all these attacks. He can stop potentially 2 with the guard points. Besides that, if he can attack more, he wins. But he does have that blocker. Let's see if this Marco pays off. Also, Law could just slow down the game, get rid of the opponent's field a little bit, and then still be able to just win next turn because his hand's bigger. And maybe if he dropped a couple of blockers, he'll be able to really stop the opponent from killing him. Otama lands, slowing down what? Okay, Otama's getting picked up for a blocker Law. Law is picking up Vista to play Vista. Killing the Marco. Marco is coming back. Potentially, let's think about this. Dude, I don't think we bring him back, I'll be honest, which sucks because if we don't bring him back, this Law doesn't even have to push this turn. He literally can just gain cards and just slow down wait for me. So yeah, we don't protect it. We want to keep those cards in our hand, and unfortunately, I don't think that hurts the Law in any way. He doesn't care if we have it on the field or not. He is gonna be strong no matter what. Looks like Bonnie, for the first time in her life, she actually whiffed on Supernovas, which is crazy. Because he literally got a bunch of Bonnies to activate this game. And guys, remember, not a single set 3 card did we see in this Law deck. Not a single set 3 card. That's just how strong set 2 Law is. It's insane. What is the Law gonna do? He's attacking with the Law, 5k. Wow, Zoro just picks it up. Yeah, I think Zoro is bluffing here. I don't think he has anything to counter. I think Zoro is totally bluffing. 2 Dawn underneath Vista, just attacking plain 5k. What do we do? What do we do? Zoro, are you gonna take it? Oh, he didn't attack yet. He just put it there. Put the Dawn over there. Potentially we can attack with the Curly the Dawn. Yeah, we can just push into the Zoro. I don't think Zoro has any defenses. Let's say you don't win. I don't think Zoro can win next turn. Especially if you empty out his field right now. The problem is that's a Marco, so you literally cannot attack into that Marco. Makes sense why the Law is kind of stuck. Because worst case scenario, he would have just got rid of that little Marco. But I mean, we just noticed that the other Marco wasn't defended, so maybe this Marco won't be. Let's see. Clearly, the Dawn is attacking into the Zoro. Wow, Zoro is just taking all those hits. Absolutely huge. Guard point. Ugh. Let's see. Does Vista attack? Vista doesn't attack. For some reason, he didn't attack with the Vista. Laws have 4 cards. If this Zoro can get rid of this blocker, there's huge potential to end game. He just picked up 2 cards from his life and a third one with the draw. Let's see if he picked up the things he needed. My god, this is very close right now, guys. Very close. Anyone can win right now. Zoro has no life though, so whatever he does, this is his last turn, because that Law is going to be able to just punch into him so hard. Okay, let's see what Zoro wants to do. Man, at this point, it's not going to even pay off because we need to rush Zoro right now. That's what we need. So 2 Dawn underneath the Marco, attacking for 8k. Actually, that's 9k right now. $9k, I think we block. Yep, we blocked. Absolutely. Now, let's see. Zoro can attack for 6k. We can also play a rush ace. We can play a bunch of things, honestly. Let's see here. What's he gonna do? Zoro's attacking into the Law. Huge, guys. Let's see how this game is gonna end. Law's attacking to the... Zoro's attacking to the Law. And now Shannon's thinking. That's 7k attack. Yeah, at this point, Zoro's just looking at his trash. He said to himself, man, I can't block anything. Wait, so did the Law actually block anything? So what's happening right now? They're still thinking? Yeah, the Law is just thinking. He's calculating. I guess he started calculating the field. Okay, he does block. He does block with the... 1 Trafalgar Law and 1 Makino finally. Okay, so that was a 7k attack. What are you going to do, Zoro? What are you going to do now, brother? He blocked both your attacks. You cannot do anything. That's game. That's game over, unfortunately. Zoro played really well, but as you guys can see, there is literally 0 resources to get anything on the field. He could play 1 Zoro. I mean, potentially if he could push out 2 Zoros, that would be huge. I doubt that's possible to do. At this point now, I don't know what's happening. He's just played the Otama. He's signaling he has no way to survive next turn. And he's just dropping his hand down. So Makino gives the Otama. Plus 3k. Otama attacks for 5k into the Law. Or is he attacking to the Luffy? Huge game, guys. I think if Zoro just focused a little bit on the Luffy and the Bonnie, he would gain a much more value than attacking to the Law, specifically punching into him so much. Huge, guys, and that's game. Looks like the Law was able to protect everything. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So even though the Law lost... So the Law misplayed there because he didn't remember that Otama came down to reduce this by 2k, allowing this to become 5k. And even though he did drop 2k, he lost it for some reason. Oh, because the 1k on the Zoro. Wow, that makes total sense. That makes total sense. So actually misplayed right there. Trafalgar Law got a little bit excited, tossed out his Otama for no reason because he still loses the Luffy. But I think he sees the writing on the wall. And we're just going to pump a bunch of Dawn and attack once per each one of these guys. We just need one attack to go through. 5k. And then we just rush into you, and that's game. GG, guys. Absolutely amazing game. Interested in your opinions about this game, guys. What did you think? Could the Zoro have done anything different? For me, I think if he attacked a little bit more off the field, he could have gained a smaller advantage that could have potentially lifted them up this turn or the turn before. But I'm very interested in your opinions, guys. I think that Bonnie just gave him insane value, allowing him to draw so much, and Zora just wasn't able to draw at all. But yeah, guys, GG.